What's up guys, we're back with another Eclipse build video, and I'm super excited for this one. We're gonna try and make it a quick one. Hopefully it works out, we'll see. So the last time I left you guys off, we built the whole rear subframe, fully brand new, fully refreshed, so everything went super smooth except getting it in because it bumped into the gas tank. So today we're gonna drop the gas tank. First thing I gotta do is clean the shop because I left it in a crazy mess that day and there's tools and parts everywhere. So I'm gonna jump to that and we're gonna get right back when the bikes are out of the way, the rear end's out, and we're underneath the car. See you in a second. And we're back. Took a little longer to clean up. I more or less just moved the mess from this side of the shop to that side of the shop because I need to do a dump run. Ton of scrap metal, tons of stuff everywhere, and I gotta clean for winter. This might be one of the last videos I make for a couple weeks. I've got some stuff going on in my life that needs to be addressed, and I'll have a couple weeks off. I also had a ton of Hot Wheels I had to hang up. Bad addiction to collect those. Don't get into it. So, got the subframe out. I was looking at the bolts. Now, one thing I will say about this car is, I need a flashlight, is that the car, I bought it at night, and don't ever buy a car at nighttime. Basically what happened was, when you look in the engine bay, like I did, there wasn't very much rust. Little spots here and there, didn't look that bad, easy to clean up. Looked at the frame rails, they looked fine, everything was cool. But the deeper I dug into this car, the more rust I'd find, and I have a feeling that whoever owned this car didn't drive it that much and parked it on like a gravel or a dirt road so that all the moisture would just sit under the car for a long time. Because all the raw metal that's under the car is rusted. Anything that was coated or anything is fine. So gas tank, that's a raw piece of metal to protect it, and the raw strap goes up to a bolt. That's all kind of fine. There's a little bit of surface rust on the frame rails. I'm going to address that. So basically I'm going to try and get that bolt out for the straps right now. If I can't get the bolt out, we're cutting the straps. So I'm going to go grab the socket. We're going to try this out. As you can tell, safety glasses are on. I look really weird without my glasses on, but we are going to be cutting the straps because I couldn't get to the bolts. They won't come off. I don't know if you can see this, but I cut one off already. Just gotta get the other side. It's held up by jacks. Hopefully there's not a lot of gas in there. I honestly can't remember. It's been a long time since this car started. So one more strap will cut off and we should be good. Let's do it. What's up? We're back in the wheel well. So we just took off the hose clamps. It's really hard to see under there, so I'm just going to explain it. There's a big hose, comes from the filler up here, goes into the gas tank. We just undid that hose, and then we just undid the one that goes from the fuel pump to pump it. Now I think there's one more vacuum line. It's just a thin line. I think it's a vacuum line. Just going to unplug that or cut it. I'm not really sure which. Probably just cut it because I don't need it. So both straps are cut. It's on jacks right now. So I'm just going to snip that last line, and then hopefully it just drags out. What's up guys? We're back. New day. Last night I ended up leaving early because the car pissed me off, to be honest. So there's two bolts on like closest to the front of the car that go through like a fin that comes out of the gas tank and up into the car, and then there's the two straps, and the straps are also connected to the gas tank that's connected to the car. Cut the straps off because those bolts weren't coming out. Probably gonna cut them off afterwards once everything's out of there and there's no room, just to clean it up under there. But the other bolts, I got one out. It broke, but off is off. And the other one actually, like the nut stripped, so I can't get it out now. And the gas tank's hanging by just that bolt. My shop reeks of gasoline right now. It sucks, and I need this out like today, tomorrow at the worst, because I'm not going to be able to come back here for a little while. So I'm gonna try and get this bolt out. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might just go under and get the next size under and smack it on with a hammer and try and get it off with an impact. Hopefully something like that'll work, but now there's so many fumes in here and stuff that sparks are definitely a no-go. There's no windows, there's no nothing in here, so I gotta be super careful. And we're back. My favorite method, take one size smaller of a socket, beat the living snot out of it till it's stuck on that bolt, and just hit it with an impact until she snaps. It's off. And just like that, the gas tank is out. Oh, you can't see it. Everything's in the way. My shop is a mess. There it is. It's kind of rusty. It's kind of crusty. It's really dirty. I wanted to sell it, but I don't think I could sell it in this condition. So, it's out. Super happy. Super excited. Now, the rear end goes in. Okay guys, I am filthy, so dusty, my floor is disgusting. I have 2 jacks on this side, 1 jack on that side. Just gonna try and roll it right under the car, catch my breath. I was just lifting it. I decided to take the filler neck, straps, e-brake, everything out. So now there's no filler neck, no straps, no anything. So it's pretty much empty back here now. I will have to build an entirely new e-brake, but I wanted to anyways. That was causing me problems when this was an Eclipse. So now we can finally drag this thing under, hopefully bolt it up. Let's do it. And we're back, and we got halfway in. I got this whole half is in. It's really dark in there. I'm gonna try and show you, just so you guys know kind of what's happening, just in case anybody's looking to do this. That's where the bracket goes, right here, and then this goes into the frame. So it goes up through the subframe and bolts into the frame. Then the bracket bolts there, and a nut goes on the end. So there's the bracket. It's got the 2 nut bolts holding the bracket. And the bracket gets bolted down, and the bolt goes through the subframe and into the frame and into the car. So I'm gonna put this last one in this side. And then all that's left is the trailing arm and the BC coils. So basically where we're at, the rear end is in, except the coilovers. Everything's bolted down, everything's torqued down. The only thing that is the problem is my trunk has my dash, all my interior bits in it. So getting the coils in isn't really gonna work right now without cleaning out my entire car. And I'm not gonna stay here all night just to do 4 bolts. So I'm gonna end this video here, but I'm gonna show you guys, we officially have a Mitsubishi Endeavor rear end. There's some rusty spots under there I wanna hit with a wire wheel and just paint, just clean up. This car will never see rain again, so it's not gonna get much worse, but it still has rust, and we're trying to mitigate as much of that as possible. So that's it guys, short video for today. Wanted to get right to the point. Gas tank out, all the filler neck, strapping, e-brake, everything's out, and the Mitsubishi Endeavor rear wheel drive, well all wheel drive, rear end is in the car, and the car is officially rear end ready for a rear wheel drive swap. So like I said, I'm not going to be posting for a little bit. I'm actually having surgery, so I'm going to be healing, and I'm not allowed to lift anything. So basically I won't be able to work in the shop for 6 weeks. I have a couple bike videos. I have stuff that I'm gonna try and post if I like what's on my camera. If not, I'm not gonna post. And as soon as we're back, we are building the front subframe. We are getting the engine in, transmission mounts, getting the transmission in. Then all we need is a clutch, cut down the drive shaft or mod it to fit the rear end, and then we are good. And then we start wiring up, plumbing up, blah, blah, blah. We got lots to go, but we're making moves. Small steps forward are still steps forward. Don't forget that. Like, comment, subscribe, show me that you're watching, and have a good night, guys.